Okay, so I am making fried cauliflower today, and I'm gonna start with removing the leaves from the cauliflower because we don't want those. But cauliflower is quick and easy, and it's very versatile. As most of us know, it's like really good for a variety of things. I've recently done fried rice with it. Shrimp fried rice with rice cauliflower. It was delicious. I was amazingly surprised, and I'm not sure it took me so long to try it. But fried cauliflower is amazing too. It's like a snack. It could be a meal in itself if you ask me, or a good side. But they have, you know, fried cauliflower. They sell them at certain wing shops and stuff like that. But usually they're battered or they're in some type of sauce. Me, I like the simplicity of things. You really don't need any batter with this, and that's the point for me, is to keep it as low in carbs as possible. So when you don't feel like roasting, or you want a different taste other than roasted, or you just want to switch it up a bit, frying it is just as quick, it's just as easy. It requires like no extra ingredients, and it's tasty. So yeah, I always start with removing the leaves naturally, and then I just start cutting through to make my chunks. So when I'm frying things, I don't fry that often since I changed my eating habits, and it's not because I'm trying to necessarily avoid fried foods, although we know that too much of that is not good for you. It can, it's just the oils that we use. Oils can cause inflammation. So when you use vegetable, canola oil, stuff like that, it's like calories, you know, it's just like butter and stuff like that. It affects you the same way. So when I do fry, I try to be picky with my oil. So I'll spend more money on my oil and get avocado or grapeseed oil, because those are good frying oils. And even coconut oil is a great frying agent, but and that's more affordable. But I don't like to fry it on my food in coconut oil. That taste is acquired, and it depends on the dish for me. I tried to do my cauliflower in coconut oil before, and I was not fond of the coconut oil flavor sitting on it. But I fried chicken in coconut oil and didn't notice that, and I loved it. So it just depends. But today I have, I'm gonna use grapeseed oil because that's what I have in my kitchen. Grapeseed oil is great. It can get really hot at the temperatures. And okay, so we've got our cauliflower. Now you could leave these in fat chunks. I like to break mine down just so it seems like we have more. I'm not going to break these down too tiny today. Usually I will break them down like a lot, but I want them to stay in their natural form as much as possible. But I don't want them to be like super chunky. So I'm just gonna create my own lines here. But when you start cutting into the florets of a cauliflower, they do kind of break apart. But yeah, there's cauliflower mac and cheese, which I love. Of course, it doesn't taste like noodles per se, but it's still a very delicious dish. So there's a number of things, but you can kind of just, you know, you can kind of see the natural separations, and you can just pull them apart, or you can create a cut if you like to make something smaller. It just really depends on what sizes you're going for. Like, I don't want to fry this big piece of cauliflower. That would be an amazing piece of cauliflower, but I'm just gonna kind of break that at least in half. I really want to do it more, but I'm trying to keep it less messy. These florets like to spread everywhere. I think I'll do some of them like in fourths. So basically this is how I start. I'm just separating these into the sizes that I would like for my dish, and that's fun. So because we're putting these in oil, like if I was roasting these naturally, I would I will oil these first. But because we're putting these in oil, I'm not gonna quite do that. What I'm gonna do is spray it lightly. I'm gonna give them a spray because I'm going to spice these. So I'm using cooking spray with olive oil, I think it is, that I have in here. And I'm just gonna spray like the first side, so that when I go to here my spices, they come on here how I want them to. So I'm gonna start with some Italian. Italian is a nice little kick on most of our dishes, you know? So I'm not gonna worry about like the back and the front, because all of this is really just gonna get mixed together. It's my easy way to do. So most of these spices are probably gonna try to come off in the oil, but I don't wanna just fry these with nothing. It has to have a little bit of a base. I'm gonna do some garlic. Granulated garlic. Okay. I'm gonna do granulated onion next. So when these finish, when they first come out the oil, I love to sprinkle lemon pepper on them. It's just like, if you ever had lemon pepper on fried wings, then you already know. Imagine it on the cauliflower. It's like pretty much the same, but I don't know, better. Okay, I'm just gonna do a hint of seasoned salt, garlic, onion, and seasoned salt are like my basis for whatever I'm making. But when it comes to veggies, I try to go light with the seasoned salt because it is salt. The other things I use typically are spices, so they don't seem to be as bad. Now this is chicken spice, and I use these for my veggies. I use these for my variety of meats, not just chicken. So, you know, get creative with your spices. Like, try out different spices, see what you like. You might find you like quite a bit. You might find you don't like a lot. You know, it just really depends. Sprinkle on some lemon pepper. My lemon pepper is acting so silly today. Let me sprinkle it on, fresh out the grease. I'm also going to use a little bagel spice seasoning.